What's going on, guys? JPP2 here. Hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday. And for today's gameplay, we have an Adventures Pranks versus a Sword Soul with me as the prankster going first. Now, once again, this video is with my 45 cards deck video. I will be making a decklist video soon, so be on the lookout for that. Another thing is that if you guys have not noticed by now, that this was brought to my attention by one of my viewers, Mr. Reversal, as soon as the update hit, not this update, the one update prior to this. It's that even if the opponent does not have Maxi in their hand or Lancia in their hand, their side of the field will still get highlighted. I don't know if Konami implemented that because, it was easier to read hand traps if your opponent did have hand traps or not, but they did implement that, so there's a small delay in which it highlights the opponent's side of the field, even if they do not have Maxi or any card they can activate during draw or standby phase. So they can fake you out with that, and unfortunately for us, combo decks, we have no way of knowing whether they have a Maxi or not. So we have to go into our combo blind. Normal out my Lamseys, start going off into my combo. Now, as soon as I normaled out my Prankist monster, my opponent's side of the field did get highlighted. That lets me know he either has Maxi, Lancia, D-Shifter, a Veiler, or an Imperm, right? He did not Maxi me, so obviously Maxi's out. Lancia, he could have been saving it, so I could assume he had Lancia. If he had D-Shifter, he would have used it on my normal summon, so no D-Shifter. Now that leaves us with a Veiler, Imperm, and Lancia. So guaranteed the opponent has one of these cards, and in my mind I'm thinking he has Veiler or Imperm. So once we go into our doodly-doo, use it to search for our card, the opponent just straight up Imperms us. Now that's not that big of a deal, that's okay for us. Don't really care much for it, because we could still do our full combo. We could still go into a Verte Anaconda and still get a Butler on the field. Now, once you go into your first doodle-doo, get your graveyard, put your card on the field, as a part of Prankit's combo, that is your 5th special, okay? That means your opponent can nib you. Once again, my opponent's side of the field kept getting highlighted. So at this point, I did not know whether he had a second copy of Veiler, Imperm, or a nib. I still decided, you know what, if he has it, he has it. I'll still keep going into my combo. Go off into my second copy of Doodle-Doo, activate my graveyard activation, and to this, the opponent hits me with a second Veiler. So you guys see he has 2 Veilers in the graveyard. He Veilered both my Doodle-Doos. You guys might be thinking, Jay, that is a massive misplay. Yes, it could be construed as a misplay, but in this specific situation, it's not. Because with this, what happens is you cannot activate the Doodle-Doo's tribute anymore either. Doodle-Doo tribute will be negated because of the Veiler. That means you cannot fish the pranks from your graveyard to add it to your hand. This dude knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, so basically he shut down my Pranks recycle for this turn itself. And as you guys know, I have already cycled through 2 copies of my Doodle-Doo. The only link to in my deck that I can use to link climb into my combo is my Bow Wow Bark now. And since I can't recycle with pranks anymore, since the Doodle-Doo tribute got Veilered, I am left with a dilemma. Whether I want to go into my Bow Wow or just go into my Verte Anaconda right here and call my combo off, right? Again, the situation is that if you go into your Bow Wow, you will be able to activate Roxy's in the graveyard. You could banish out a card from your hand, hopefully draw into something much more useful than the card you are banishing, right? I had so many outs. I had my Nemesis card that were my outs that would help me establish a card search lock. I have my adventure cards. I even had my instant fusion out. Now if I draw into instant fusion, I will be able to push past this field, establish full Butler combo with my Bow Wow Bark. So in the end, I decided to go into it. My chat told me, what's there to lose? You already go through your full combo anyways, and you cannot go into your combo next turn regardless. So what's the point in keeping the Bow Wow Bark anyways? Might as well get the card recycle, hoping to draw into something really good to out this situation. Now this is an extremely greedy play, don't get me wrong, but the greed actually paid off, okay? Greed actually paid off. I managed to top deck an instant fusion. Instant fusion means that I could now go towards my Butler combo, leaving the Bow Wow on the field. Unfortunately, I could not go towards my Toad combo because it was either or for me. I could either go into my Toad combo or I could go into my Butler combo, not both. If I was running Link Spider, however, I would have been able to go into both, but I'm not running Link Spider in this deck list. So with that, we activate Instant Fusion, go into Rocket Ride. Rocket Ride's going to tribute itself, target 2 copies in the card, put them on the field. So we target Doodle-Doo plus Dropsies. Now 2 copies of Dropsies, obviously you guys know that can go into our Totally Awesome. It is there for our play. And with these 2 cards, we could link up to Predaplan Verte to go into our Butler. So we would have both Butler and Totally Awesome on the field. But we would lose the protection that Bow Wow Bark offers on our Butler if we do pop our Bow Wow Bark, right? We would lose that protection. So with this, you need to, in this specific scenario, I had to fish out my copy of Doodle-Doo, put it on the field. Because Doodle-Doo I have not tributed yet, keep in mind. I'm going to tribute this Doodle-Doo, target Pranks plus a copy of Fansies, add them to my hand. Then I'm going to use these 2 cards to link off into Verte Anaconda. Now, guys, over here, there was a little bit of a, panic moment for me because when I was streaming the game, I actually activated Predaplan Verte Anaconda and I could not activate the second effect of paying 2000 life points because I did not have all 3 cards I require for the Butler combo in my graveyard. I added the copy of Fansies back to my hand. So, I activated Predaplan Verte. I actually panicked for a little bit, then I figured out what went wrong. So I used my Pranks, pitch out my Fansies, get a token, then activate Verte again to go into my Thunder Dragon Fusion into my Butler. So this way, it ensures that my Butler is protected against card destruction effects. At the end of the turn, we activate Pranks, recycle 3 cards, draw into a crossout, pass our turn over. Opponent's turn, he draws a card. Opponent activates Vishuda from his hand, puts it on the field, he's going to go into Monk of Tenny. Obviously, we are going to use the Butler to pop the Monk of Tenny. We do not want the opponent to activate Vishuda from the graveyard. So this guy, okay, he started with the most perfect hand imaginable. Keep in mind, he already Bailered me twice on my turn, okay? Then he goes Vishuda to bounce out my Butler. That's like, makes me force out one of my Butler pops. Then he goes into Longyon, pitches a Blackout from his hand. So this will go into Barone, so obviously we have to pop this cards as well. So I have to use my Butler second pop. Pop the opponent's card. And over here, I should have waited to activate Bow Wow, because in this specific scenario, if the last card in your opponent is a Call by the Grave, you could technically dodge out the Call by the Grave by activating the Bow Wow Bark's effect, because the Bow Wow Bark can target the Butler in the graveyard, put it back in your extra deck, essentially helping you dodge out the Call by the Grave. So he did not, the last card in his hand was not a Call by the Grave, so we use our Bow Wow, recycle our cards out, and Butler pops the Longyon plus a token. Now think about this. This guy has not committed his normal summon to the play yet, okay? His only out at this point is if he has Taya in his hand. Taya is the only card out in his hand. And guess what? Last card in his hand is Taya. So think about this, okay? This dude, after he drew his 6th card, he had 2 Wailers, Taya, Longyon, Blackout, and Vishuda in his hand. That is an insanely cracked hand to play against me because he forced out everything I had, and now this guy can go into his combo because of the fact that he had Taya. Taya banished Blackout, so he gets him an extra token, goes up into Grandmaster. Grandmaster will be searching him for a card. Taya will be pitching a card in the graveyard. Now again, in this situation, to be honest, I would have rather chain blocked with the search from the Grandmaster because Taya pitch in the graveyard was crucial, I believe. Taya pitch in the graveyard would have been an Ashuna or an Dara, which would have added a card back to his hand, and Longyon would have been able to do whatever he wants with it, right? So I Ash Blossom the Taya pitch, don't want to deal with that. It resolves, Taya cannot pitch any card, and Grandmaster searches him for whatever he wants. So Grandmaster search, he searches for an Emergence, right? That's okay with us. At that point, I activate Druna Logbird, so that means the Emergence cannot add any card to his hand, so he cannot go into Protoss anymore if he wants to go into Protoss, right? So with that, he activates Vishuddha, bounces out my token. Again, if he did not bounce out my token, this guy knew what he was doing, okay? If he did not bounce out my token, he could only kill off my Predaplan Verte with the Grandmaster, and on my turn, I would have normal out the Roxy's gone into my combo anyways because I did recycle out my Doodle-Doo, right? So really good on him. Kills off my Predaplan, and then he ends his turn. With that turn change, let's see, we draw into a copy, named copy for a Prankist monster. Now, we can still go into our combo, okay? I could normal out Roxy's, pitch out Fancies, get a token with my pranks, go into Doodle-Doo, do all kinds of stuff. But why even bother to do that? We have a copy of Thunder Dragon Fusion in the graveyard, so we can activate that. We know the opponent can negate this because the card in his hand is an emergence. Search for Corridor, Corridor recycle out the Meowmoo, put it on the field, Roxy's normal, start going off into our combo. And with this, you guys already know what's going to happen. We are going to go off into our access code combo because we do have pranks in the field. Pranks will pitch one card from our hand, pitch a Prankets card from our hand, get a token, token plus Doodle-Doo links up into our Unicorn. Unicorn will target out the Grandmaster. We need to do that because Grandmaster has not been activated this turn yet. I need him to activate that card so that he does not use that card to negate out my access code. So we do just that, force out the negate. That's okay with me. Then link up into access code. Access code would have popped my opponent's field, and this card, since we did activate a Thunder effect from our hand, which is the Corridor, would have gone into my Thunder Dragon Colossus, even though I have enough damage on the field to kill my opponent this turn itself. With that, the opponent knows he's done, so he just scoops the game. That's it for today's game, guys. If you guys do enjoy this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subbing to my channel for more daily prank and video uploads. If you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule and a link to my Discord will be in the video description itself for you guys to check out. This is JPBduel signing out for today. I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!